Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Techstars Startup Weekend Dublin. It's really cool to see a lot of people who join us today. And before we started and go like deep in what Startup Weekend is and what we'll be doing for this weekend, I just want to ask, who has been at Techstars Startup Weekend before? Do we have here someone who participates in other editions? So don't be afraid. You can turn your mic on and share your experience. Or maybe we all participants are for the first time.
Actually, I've been doing this for over 5 years. And one of the guys that I met, who is now my friend and a good mentor, is actually here, Chris. And it's been always an amazing experience.
It's great. Oh, so we also have in chat that Michael also participates in another Techstars Startup Weekend. So I'm really excited to see that we have also someone who already participated and someone who had the first experience. So another question that I have, who here have an idea that want to pitch at, in this evening? Do you have people with ideas, startup ideas? And I want to be sure that everybody that wants to pitch tonight are already here, so we can start. Yeah, so we also have people with idea here with us. That's great. And don't be afraid if you right now don't have idea, or maybe you didn't submit your idea before this evening. You also can pitch your idea when we'll have the pitch time. Just remember that every idea is good, and we are here today just to share ideas, share experience, and also work together. So great, let's start it. And for the first, I want to introduce myself. So my name is Dina. I am a project manager at Media Consulting and Generator Hub also. I'm from Moldova, so I want to say a big hello from Chisinau. I'm with the Startup Weekend community since 2018. I organized also about 5-6 Startup Weekend women here in the Chisinau, and I'm really happy to be here for supporting all the participants and also the organizing team. If during the weekend you have any questions, remember just you always can ask for help, and I'm here to support you and to answer to all the questions. So, as I told, this weekend, it's not about idea, it's about making idea happen. It's about to share experience, to make new connections, and to network. So, I think that we can jump, and I'll tell you what we'll do tonight. So for the first of all, we are going to meet each other and to speak, to get to know each other. Also, everyone who got an idea, remember that you've got 1 minute to pitch your idea tonight. After that, we will choose the top project on what you will work during the weekend. And after that, we will create some teams. So also remember, if you don't have an idea, you can join another team and work on someone else's ideas during this weekend. But first, some relevant information about what you need to know about this weekend. So let's start with the virtual venue logistic. This weekend, we will work on this platform. So for the main communication and networking, we have Slack. So everybody please join the Slack channel of Techstars Startup Weekend Women Dublin, because all the information, all the announcement will be here. Also, we are going to use Zoom for kickoffs, for workshops, and also for mentoring session. And for teamwork, we are going to use Miro. As I said, please join our Slack channel so we can meet and make a network on during this weekend. Here on the screen, you can see the link to the Slack channel. Also, I would ask our organizer to put the link in the chat, so you will be able to join. And one of the most important things is that for this event, our organizing team tried to make everything safe, even if we are in the virtual venue. So please be careful. If you feel that is something uncomfortable for you, you also can report any violation at the Techstars Code of Conduct. So I hope that everything will be okay, and all the work that girls put on this event will be just good. So, because I speak early about the team, let's see who is involved in this startup weekend.
This is a moment of unprecedented challenge. A moment that demands new ideas, new approaches, entirely new ways of thinking about the way we live and work and relate to each other, how we relate to the world and worlds beyond. What we need more than ever are entrepreneurs, from Birmingham to Bangalore and everywhere in between. This idea that you need to be in this or that place, have a PhD or be a coding genius, forget it. If you have an idea, a passion, grit and determination, an unyielding belief in what's possible, now is your time. And this is why we exist. To put founders first, to mentor them, connect them, inspire them, to give them everything they need to succeed. Not just because we love it, but because the world needs it. More than ever.
So what I can say is that Techstars Startup Weekend is a global community. And starting from tonight, you are not longer alone in your entrepreneurial journey. Speaking of art, if you don't believe me, I just can say that right now, around the world, we have a startup weekend in Toulouse, who will start, I think, about 1 hour. Also, we have a startup weekend in Poitiers, also France, and we also have a startup weekend in Belgrade, Bulgaria. So starting, so today on March 25, about 100 people starting their journey on entrepreneurship and startup. So what I can say that you are not alone, and right now you are part of the big community across the world. Another person that I want to mention that made possible this event and this weekend to happen is the organizing team. So please, big shout for our Dublin team. And I will ask the girls to say hello.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi everyone. Welcome to the Startup Quick.
now?
No.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Join us.
Welcome everybody.
Bienvenidas, bienvenidos. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, everyone.
Yes. Thank you, ladies. You made all the possible for this event to take place this weekend. And I want just to say that the girls will be online all the weekend and help you with everything and also ask to every question you have. Also, as I said, Startup Weekend is about sharing experience, networking, and also to make connections. So thank you to the Dublin team. We have on the board the mentors who are the best mentors. So we bring them together to help also you during this weekend to develop your idea and your startup. So please, big round of applause for our mentors. All the information about mentors you also can find on our event website with more details. So please. Yeah. Also, I want to mention our global sponsors who are Google for Startups, GoDaddy, and Miro. So we have some perks from our global sponsors. So from Google for Startups, who is with the Startup Weekend since 2011, they give to all participants $300 in credit for cloud platform. You will receive all the information about this prize on your email. So just check your email after tonight. Another global sponsor is Miro. So Miro is with us starting from 2021. For each team, Miro will give $1,000 towards for Miro team plan. So also all the link and how you can apply for this option you will receive through your email. And of course, also we will receive an information how you can use the Miro platform and work together with your team during this weekend and after the weekend to continue to work. And another sponsors who also give perks for our participant is GoDaddy. So every participant, each participant will have possibility to register a free domain name on GoDaddy registry using the country code. And the country code is this one. Also, you will receive the country code through your email after tonight's event. And also, I want to thank our local partners from Dublin for their help to make also this event possible. And I will ask my colleagues from Dublin to help me with the partners.
Okay. I would just want to say thank you to all the partners and the community partners, to our title sponsor Wayflyer, and we at Dogpatch Labs, another one of our prize sponsors. So we'll be here for the whole weekend. So thank you for everybody who support us and the participants. And I hope you have a lovely weekend. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, ladies. So before we go on our next steps, I want to make a little break because for tonight we also have some speakers from our partners. So just Cherry, can you help me? Is everybody here? So we can give them the floor.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Doina. So everyone, again, welcome. And the next stage in our event is to welcome our speakers. So you might have checked already in the agenda who will be the speakers. I'm just going to read out their names again before we welcome them on stage. We will have Suzanne Booth from Wayflyer, Bretta McCague from Lean in Ireland. She won't be able to make it, but she'll be with us in spirit. So we do have a video of Bretta. Then we will have Townsend from Techstars. We have then Sarah Borda from SAP Women in Tech and Siobhan Fitzpatrick from the Networking Hub. All right, I see everyone is excited as I am. I would love to call Suzanne Booth now from Wayflyer to start as our first keynote speakers. Thank you.
Hey everyone, thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today and speak about Wayflyer and about my background in data. So thank you so much for having me. To introduce myself, my name is Susie Booth, so a bit less formal than Suzanne. I tend to go by the shorter hand version. And I'm currently working as a data architecture in Wayflyer. I work on our data platform team, which essentially creates the infrastructure that allows users to make data-driven decisions at Wayflyer. I'm really delighted to be here, like I said, and delighted that Wayflyer is sponsoring such an amazing and important event. Sounds like it's set to be a fantastic weekend, and I can't wait to hear about all the outcomes and ideation that come from it on Sunday. So yeah, to give a little bit about background about my career so far in tech, I actually came from a finance background, so I studied finance in college, and it was here that I was first introduced to the world of coding. Post that, I probably took a little bit of a conservative approach and decided to go down the management consulting route in Accenture, where I actually just happened by luck to land on my first project in the digital transformation role there, and that's really where I kickstarted my career in the data world. While working at Accenture, I loved my time here. I learned so much from it, and I had some incredible and talented mentors in the world of tech, and I learned so much from them in my time there. Post Accenture, I wanted to continue pursuing the data side of things, and that's when I joined what was small at the time startup called Wayflyer, and I've been here since, and it's been an incredible journey. For those who don't know, Wayflyer is an Irish founded startup with our headquarters based here in Dublin, and we have offices all around the world in London, Sydney and Atlanta. So I'm actually myself based in London, but I'm originally from Dublin and studied there and worked there for a couple of years before moving across the pond. We launched just under 2 years ago, and we've recently raised our Series B valuation, which means we're now valued at over $1 billion, which is very exciting, and it's been great. We've grown a lot since I joined, and we're now a team of, I don't know the exact figures because it's changing every day at this point, to be honest, but I always say just under around 300, based in both offices and remote around the world. I joined when there was around 25 people, so it's really been quite a journey since then, but it's been brilliant. So what do we do, I suppose, is probably the big question. So we provide financing and analytics to e-commerce companies based all around the globe. As a lot of you might be aware, it's really hard for online businesses to obtain financing through the traditional banking route, purely because collateral requirements, long loan application processes, and this is where we bridge the gap. So we work firsthand with founders in all different industries, and it's really amazing to see what they're achieving and the products that they're building. Our mission revolves around e-commerce founders. One of our core values is founder first, and we attack every problem with Wayflyer with this at the forefront. Apart from this real journey we've been on, one of the great things about Wayflyer is that diversity is at the forefront of a lot of the conversations that we're having internally. So especially given the nature of the month we're in now, we've had a huge focus on diversity across the company and had some really engaging conversations. So we've recently held training sessions on bias, which is obviously in line with this year's International Women's Day theme, Breaking the Bias. And we also launched our pilot women's mentorship program. today. So I definitely, like myself as a young woman in tech, I think mentorship and everything is so incredibly important. And I know that I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for some of the amazing women that I've met along my career path so far. And I genuinely believe that. And especially at Wayflyer, we have some incredible women leaders here. So giving, younger women at Wayflyer the chance to, talk one-on-one with people that they normally wouldn't come across or work on their day-to-day is really an amazing opportunity. And I know it's an area that loads of companies across Ireland and different areas are rolling out. And I think it is really important. And I know myself, I've first-hand benefits from programs like this. So yeah, that's essentially it. It's my background, a little bit about what Wayflyer do. I'll close off by just saying that I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, learns loads and really enjoys it, and especially meets loads of people and makes friends and builds out your network, because like I said, that is really so important. Please reach out if you have any questions about Wayflyer or even for a general chat. Like I said, I love meeting people and I'd love to meet more of you as the weekend gets on. And my lights have now just switched off. Perfect timing. Thanks everyone.
Susan, thank you.
Thank you, Susie. So the next speaker is Bretta Mccoll. I am trying to find her video in my computer, so just give me a moment. We'll try to share it right away. Okay, there she is. She has some lovely message for all of us today.
Everybody at Techstars Startup Weekend for Women in Dublin. I am Breda McCague and I am delighted to be part of the running order for today and delighted to help launch and support what a fabulous event you are taking part in this weekend. My background is one of military. I joined the Reserve Defence Forces when I was 17. I spent 20 years in there and I ended up becoming my unit's first female lieutenant. So very, very used to working in male-dominated environments and very happy in them. I then moved into IT transformation in banking, and I have done IT transformation and other kinds of transformation over the last sort of 20 years in a banking career as well. So love those environments as well. And then hackathons, always been part of hackathons wherever I could get involved. I was there because I think they're a fabulous way to get your neurons fired up. And I'm big into mind mastery. If you do not follow the hashtag mind mastery on Instagram, I want you to start doing that right now. I post a lot about minds, emotions. I think when we start to understand how our minds are connecting with our health, our well-being and our emotions, we can then master emotion and we can master our own minds, which leaves you in a very powerful position. And I want to teach everybody from every demographic of life, every gender and every age group, how to do that. So have a look at Mind Mastery. I'm on social media. Come follow me and see what I'm putting up there. I put up lots of little videos to teach people. I work in banking transformation, so I'm used to big teams and big corporates. I also was co-founder and I am co-chair of Lean in Ireland. So massively passionate about empowering women right across all of the industries and getting women into tribes, which are Lean in circles, that support each other. And if you're interested in getting a Lean in circle going, look up leanin.org. That's the global website. There are women from all over the world in every industry, whether that's business or corporate. If you want it, you name it, it's there. So have a look and start to get to know people around the world and see how they can support you and how you can support them back with any of startups or business ideas. I joined a rock band when I was nearly 40, went through a massive personal transformation myself a number of years back. And now I'm doing talks to teach others how to do mind mastery and emotional intelligence, how to really master our minds and understand our subconscious minds and our conscious minds, and how your subconscious mind, which is the one that was programmed when you were a kid, is the one that we make decisions with right now. And the reason I want us to start understanding this is because maybe we could be making braver, older decisions if we had stronger self-beliefs. So if you're not into mind mastery, get into it and have a look and see what's up there. There's loads of stuff online, loads of stuff on YouTube as well. Follow thought leaders like Tony Robbins is one I've learned a lot from. Marissa Peers is another one. Mel Robbins, brilliant. Bob Proctor's materials, fabulous. Jack Canfield is another one. There are loads. Have a look and start to learn. It'll change your life. I do a lot of those talks, particularly with women, because I think our conditioning has hampered us quite a bit. And I think we many of us anyway, could do with more really, really secure, concrete confidence in ourselves and get us to a place where we don't doubt ourselves, we don't have imposter syndrome very often anymore, and that we really are capable of doing anything we can set our minds to. Right, when you're working away this weekend on ideas, another thing I want you to do for me is, when you hear the words, think outside the box, I want you to start to think, what box? There was never a box. The only box you will experience in your lifetime and in anything you put your hand to will be the limits that you allow society to put on you. So there was never a box. So blue sky, blue sky, blue sky, and beyond, right? So the only limits that us humans are used to using are the ones that society has taught us. We have lots of fear. We have fear of failure. We have fear of judgment. We have fear of change. We have even fear of success, and self-sabotage is massive. So watch those in your thinking into the bin with them when you see yourself starting to doubt yourself for any reason, or you start to think, oh, what if this, what if this, what if this? Why not you? I want every one of you to go in there and I want you to give it everything. Get into that blue sky mode. There was never a box. You don't need a box. You are more than enough, and you deserve to be as awesome as you can possibly imagine. So I want you going for that. I want you supporting each other. I want you coaching each other. I want you learning from each other, encouraging each other. Humans are starved of encouragement, right? There's loads of self-loathing out there in society. We are all taught to be humble and to critique ourselves. No more. I want all of you to learn how to self-love, how to self-coach, and how to push yourself out of comfort zones and into places that is uncomfortable. But that's what you're learning, and that's how you stretch those minds, that experience, those brains of yours even more, right? So put yourself into the places that are uncomfortable, because that's when you're learning. I wish I could be with you all weekend, but I have 1,000,001 things to do. So I'll be doing bits and pieces. I keep an eye on you on Twitter. I love social media. I want to hear from you on social media. I want you connecting with each other. Visibility is something a lot of women shy away from. I want you out there. I want to see it on Twitter, on LinkedIn. I want to see it on Facebook, everywhere. Let's shout from the rooftops about what these are up to at the weekend. This is a fabulous thing to do. So I look forward to meeting you online. I look forward to seeing what you're up to. Feel free to tag me in anything. I'll be keeping an eye on you, and I hope to see, can I get a dial in on Sunday to see what kind of ideas he's come up with. And I am super jealous that I am not there. I will never forget the hackathons that I've done. They were phenomenal. And I'll be doing more when I can get a chance. For now, I'm going to leave you to it. I look forward to meeting you online. Come and find me. Anybody wants to reach out, do so. My DMs are open everywhere. And I wish you the best and have a fabulous time. Have just a ball of a time. Take loads of pictures. I love loads of pictures, and soak up those moments, because some of those moments will be the best that you will have in that kind of space. And that is it from me. I will keep an eye on you online, and I hope you enjoyed my little pep talk. I hope it gives you some energy, and I hope it makes you think about that blue sky, that uncomfortable zone, and the fact that it was never a box. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, so I'd love to call our next speaker. That would be Pete Townsend from Techstars. Pete, go ahead, unmute yourself and share with us. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Cherry. Awesome to be here with all of you tonight. I am leading the Launchpool Web3 Techstars Accelerator. I've been doing this since September, and I've been in the fintech, crypto, blockchain community here in Dublin and around the world since 2016. I packed up and threw away a long career in traditional finance once I read the Ethereum white paper in 2015, 2016, and said, this is the way that I'm going to go. This is where I'm going to spend my time. So again, absolutely pleasure to be here. I want to give you a few ideas on how to hack a hackathon, right? And how to win the hackathon, or a startup weekend, type idea. And the first thing, find someone completely different than you, right? The ideas in the world come from when it's not all the same people in the room together from the same background. So just try to do that. And I in that career in financial services that I mentioned, I was lucky to spend 10 of those with a bank called BNP Paribas, which was the different one, right? And of the big top 5 global banks and asset servicing, it was number 5, but they're the one that came out of Europe and spread to Asia, and then went to the US, or spread to South America first, and then the US finally, instead of the other 4 that came out of the US and spread around the world. So the power and benefit of diversity and people coming at problems from different angles. So I highly encourage that. Ask good questions rather than making big, bold statements when you're kind of trying to figure things out and trying to get things moving in the right direction. It's always better to ask a smart question than it is to just try to make a statement to push the room in a certain direction. So ask as many questions as you can of each other. Try something you're completely unqualified for. That's the only way you're going to really learn on one of these weekends. Put yourself into a position you're completely unqualified for. If you are a developer, try some design. If you're a designer, try some developer, and try to be helpful to each other. When you think about one of the big things going on out there in the world right now, the credibility is pretty important. So the more that you can build that trust as a team together quickly, the more credible that you will be when you're out there pitching your idea. So see if you can, get that trust going between each other by getting to know each other, right? And figure out what you have in common. And this is all being packed into one weekend. So it's stuff that you need to do really quickly. Open it up. You got nothing to lose. And there's a big thing to be said for extending trust easy or quite quickly these weekends. Could be the best way to get to know people and try to discover the best way to work together. One of the biggest hacks here is show, don't tell, right? So you really want to be working hard to have something to show. One of the biggest things that I've learned in going through a number of investment committees is the bias towards B2C. I'm not saying everybody needs to go and build something that's B2C. I'm just saying that when you've got something really cool to show, that where you can do a demo of something, no matter what's behind it, it's complete vaporware, don't worry about it. It's a weekend, right? That's all you have. So it's the art of the possible that you're really working towards. Also, storytelling breeds community, okay? So the best way to get people interested in what you're doing is to be able to tell a good story. One of the founders that we're bringing into this Web3 accelerator, she spent a couple of years traveling around Europe before deciding to get her business off the ground. And while she was traveling around Europe, she wanted yoga classes. She couldn't have her yoga classes because she had no money. So she exchanged English lessons for yoga classes. And she then said, wait a second, there's a business idea around this. And she's been working hard to get this in place, but she tells that story really well, a heck of a lot better than me. And she makes you part of the story, and she uses different people's names who are in the room, right? So that really can make it quite engaging and getting people support, because what you're trying to do is just get people to feel good about what you're doing and want to learn more, because it's a quick pitch. There's a big element of this that is all about fun. It is a heck of a lot more fun working and living and trying to encourage people on in the startup space than it is trying to do that in the corporate world. You got to trust me. I did it for a very long time, and it's just a much happier existence in the startup space. So make the most of it while you're here and you have the opportunity to do that. And one of the biggest things about Web3, like I mentioned, the community component of all this, getting people together that have a shared set of beliefs, but coming at it from different backgrounds is oh so powerful. And I can see that in these breathing, living Web3 communities. Happens to be virtual, obviously all on tools like Discord, and but now seeing some of that come into the metaverse space, which is pretty cool as well. So just to wrap up, like I said, I'm leading the Launchable Web3 Techstars Accelerator, kicking off here in Dublin the 4th of April. We've got 10 great companies that are coming into the program with a good mix across the full Web3 spectrum. But really looking forward to hearing how all of this goes this weekend, and best of luck to everybody. And like I said, beyond everything else, just have a great time.
Thank you so much, Pete, for your amazing, encouraging words. I'd love to now call our last speaker for the day, Siobhan Fitzpatrick. Feel free to unmute yourself and share us your thoughts and words as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cherry. Siobhan Fitzpatrick of the Networking Hub here. I kind of feel like I'm a bit of a fish out of water with all these tech people and the language that I don't understand. And you're probably questioning, what is she doing here? What's networking got to do with it? And yet we've heard from Pete just now. We heard from Susie earlier on, including Breda. We all talk about people and the people that can inspire us and mentors and all of the thinking outside the box, or is there a box? That is the question today from Breda. But as Pete mentioned, you know, talk to people you don't know. This is what networking is about. So let me just step back a little bit, introduce myself and what my business is about. My name is Siobhan Fitzpatrick. I am a networking virtuoso, I guess. I believe that networking is a key skill that we all need in life, be it professional or social. We're not taught it in schools, we don't get it in colleges, and most companies won't have the strategies to teach you how to do it. So I have made it my life mission to help those that come across my path to network with for success. And I do that through the Networking Hub, where I provide training. We have a membership base. It's a global community of B2B SMEs and micro businesses. So the value I'd like to bring to you and hopefully share with you is you are amongst many, many amazing people this weekend who all have different goals, who all have different beliefs, who all have different knowledge and experiences. And together you're going to create your own startup ideas. And I know there's lots of pitches going on, but you can share with each other. And this is one of the things that is so important, is community. You have created a community here. The team that have organized this have created a fantastic community. Utilize it. Take the opportunity to connect with other people. And I think it was Pete that said, talk to people that aren't necessarily in your lane, that are doing something different, because you don't know what they know, you don't know who they know and who they may be able to connect you with. And that's what networking is all about. Really need to ensure that you spend time developing your network, your connections, but first understanding what it is you're looking to achieve. So if you're starting up a business, or maybe you're transitioning out of an employed role into a self-employed role, maybe you're building your career, whatever the path you're taking, building your network or having a goal is really important. And that's to understand what you want from that network. Is it peer-to-peer support? You're going to get lots of it here this weekend. Is it to expand your business, your idea to a broader network that you currently have at the moment? Is it maybe to broaden your knowledge? You know a certain amount of things. Do you need to know something else, or do you need to meet the people that know what you don't yet know? So what are your goals? What is there for you to learn and expand on? Who can you get introduced by? Who are the information brokers? So these are the people that you have in your circle, or you are connected to through somebody else in your circle who can help you build that network. That's what you need to look at. And then you go about targeting that audience. So this would be the second step in building your network. It's about getting out there and reaching out to the people that you need to connect with. And if you don't yet know them, ask. I'll give you a small example. My career goes back a long way. I'm not going to tell you how far and how long, but suffice to say, I moved to New York 100 years ago. I knew one person, and the reason I didn't know many people was I wasn't sure I wanted to stay in that country, never mind the city. I wasn't sure of my path, but when I decided to stay, I knew I needed to build my network, build my social network, build my business network, and grow. So one of those periods during that time was I fancied getting a job with MasterCard International, that small little credit card company, because I was in the event management sphere at the time, and I knew they did global events. They did massive sporting events, the World Cup, the Formula One, etc., etc. But I didn't know anybody in MasterCard. So I looked at my network of contacts, my social network, and I found that a friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, knew somebody who worked in MasterCard. That was the introduction I needed, the introduction to that person, to meet with them, to build the trust, again, that Pete mentioned. build the trust, build the rapport. And if they feel that you're the right person to introduce, they introduce me to an individual. That wasn't job done. That was an introduction and a door opened. So this is what I want to bring to you today in this table, is to think about who can open doors for you. Think of those gaps in your network that need filling and question who can fill them. And if you don't know, start to have the conversation with those you do know and who can potentially fill that gap. So that's tapping into those connections that you have, reaching out and broadening it. You've all heard, well, maybe you haven't, the 6 degrees of separation, I think, which is now globally regarded as the 2 degree of separation. There was once upon a time the Oracle of Bacon, which is referred to the actor Kevin Bacon. They could prove that everybody in the world was connected to him through 6 degrees. I would challenge you to see how you're connected to the person you wish to connect to through your network. And you've got to do a little bit of work on that. But what does that mean? You're focusing on developing a business. You're focusing on developing an idea. Do you have time to do this? And this is where networking can feel like it's a little overwhelming and, you know, having to make an effort. Let me just bring this to you. If you were to go to a bank and say, I'd love to take a loan out for this startup idea I have. And they say, okay, great. What's your account number? Oh, but I don't have an account. Oh, well, you can't withdraw because you've not put any deposits in. You've not shown us that you're somebody that we know. And this is the same with our network. You can withdraw favors. You can withdraw requests. You can withdraw ideas and knowledge and requests for connection when you invest in your network, when you build that network, maintain it, and nurture those relationships. So it's really important not to wait for when you need to ask, but to develop it be consistent in developing it all the time. So I just want to say very best of luck for all of those pitching. I hope you do really well, but as all the other speakers have said, the main thing here is to have fun, because life's too short not to have fun. Siobhan Fitzpatrick, over and out.
Thank you so much, Siobhan. So I would like to call, there's actually one more speaker. I was worried that she couldn't join before. Sarah Borda, please go unmute yourself and share us your thoughts. Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, I'm so sorry. Google failed me. I put in the time zone and it said 7 p.m. my time, but luckily Layla got in contact with me. I hope everyone's doing well today. And first of all, just thank you for having me here. So my name is Sarah. I'm originally from Tanzania, and I live in Germany now. I have been for the last 3.5 years, and I work for SAP for a team called SAP Women in Tech, and I'm a project manager there. And I just wanted to share with you a little bit about our work and what we do. I am a big advocate for gender parity, gender equality, especially in the tech space. I studied management with international business, and I didn't expect to ever find myself in tech, but that just goes to show the beauty of the tech space is that there's something here for everyone. So when I started my career at SAP, I started in a department called product engineering before I joined Women in Tech. And what Women in Tech is, it's a cross-board initiative that's under Office of the CEO. And our aim is to make female experts more visible in the company and outside the company, and spotlight women in the tech space and celebrate their achievements. We want people to see more women doing the amazing things they're doing in tech. So I just have a quick question for everyone. Does anyone here know who Margaret Hamilton is? I'm seeing people, someone said yes. Okay, so normally when I ask this question, because I can't see everyone right now, but I get the answer no. And I think this is a perfect example of the problem right now in tech. Margaret Hamilton was she was the head engineer for the Apollo landing, the landing on the moon. And she's the reason the landing was even possible to happen, right? We know about the male engineers, the astronauts who did it, but we don't know that when the landing was about to happen, there was an error message. And Margaret Hamilton was the one who had to decide if her team can fix that error message or not to make the landing possible or to withdraw from the landing. And so she essentially made this landing possible, but nobody knows about her. We never hear about her. And that's the problem I think we have in the tech space today, is that there are so many women who are doing amazing amazing things in technology, but we don't hear about them often enough. And that's what our initiative is aiming to do. So we operate on 3 pillars. Our first pillar is it's called Get Ready, and it's about giving women the resources they need to advance in their career and become better speakers on stage so they can present their expertise and present their ideas in meetings better, because we all know that it can be hard sometimes being a minority in a certain industry and you can easily be overlooked. Our second pillar is Inspire Colleagues, and we focus here on putting our women on stage so they can be visible inside and outside the company, and they can empower other women. They can share their expertise, and we can celebrate what women in technology are doing. And we have a lot of different speaker formats for that. And we also work with speakers from outside the company. And our final pillar is Conquer the World. And here we partner up with organizations that have very similar goals to ours, external partners, conferences, and NGOs that share similar visions when it comes to women in technology. So those are the 3 pillars in a nutshell. I know I don't have so much time to speak, but another thing we really want to focus on is encouraging more young women to consider a career in STEM. Just as an example, here in Germany, out of the 56% of eligible university students who are women, the other 47% is men, but for the women, only 8% of them even consider studying a STEM subject in university, so science, technology, and so on. And there's a lot of reasoning as to why this is, but the tech industry has always been seen to be a male-dominated industry. It still is, and it starts from a young age where women don't see that a tech space is a space for them to be able to grow and to excel. And we want to show women that this is a place that you can achieve so much and you deserve to be a part of, because technology is innovation. So I commend all of you for being here today, because you're part of that innovation. You're part of building the future of tomorrow with your ideas and with your knowledge. And we want more women to understand that they can be a part of that. They deserve to be a part of that. And the tech space is a place for them. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's what we do at SAP Women in Tech. And congrats for all of you for being here today. And I'm so excited to see what the weekend has in store.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sarah. Now, before I give the stage back to Doina, could you give more round of applause for all our 5 speakers? We had Susie from Wayflyer, we had Breda from Lane in Ireland, we had Pete from Techstars, Siobhán from the Networking Hub, and Sarah just now from SAP Women in Tech. Give them a round of applause. And Doina, I'll call you back into the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. Also, thank you to all our speakers for the inspiration for this weekend. So right now we'll go fast on agenda and everything that we will have during this night and the evening, because it happened that we have a little delay. So just to keep everything on agenda, let's go. So
welcome to the world's largest and most influential entrepreneurial network. Welcome to Techstars. At Techstars, we believe great ideas can come from anywhere, that entrepreneurs can and do change the world. That's why we run thousands of startup weekend programs in more than 600 cities and 100. Welcome to the world's largest and most influential.
So, what we'll have this weekend? So today we will start with understanding what is the dynamic of the event. Also, we will be able to know about the evaluation criteria, because Startup Weekend is a startup competition. So on Sunday, we will have a pitch to judge. Also tonight, we'll have a pitch fire, and after that, we will have the team formation. On Saturday, we'll have a lot of workshops, also validation time and mentor time with our mentors. You will build your MVP and you'll practice your pitch. On Sunday, it will be the final touch of your project. You will prepare your pitch deck, and after that, it will be the demo, which is pitch to the judges, and of course, an after party. So this is the agenda for tonight. As I said, we are on a little delay, so just let's move forward. And about the judging criteria. So for judging criteria, we have validation. What does mean? You need to answer to this question. Did your team get out and talk to the customers? Are you actually solving a problem with your startup? And have you identified a specific target market? Another evaluation criteria is execution and design. Here you should also answer to these questions, like to have an MVP or a prototype, to make sure that your technical demo is functional, and don't forget about the design. And of course, we talk about startup, which is mean that you should have a business model. So how do you plan on making your business to success? Also, are you solving a real problem? And if it's your idea, it's unique. These are all the criteria the judge will use for your pitching on Sunday. And of course, the next step for tonight is the pitch and the team formation. So about the pitching process. We have already some pitches ideas submitted, and every person who wants to pitch will have 1 minute to pitch here online. Those who don't submit the idea, please, if you want to pitch, tell the organizer first of all the name of your idea, so we can write down your name. And about the how will be the pitch. So we're starting like, hi, my name is Doina. The problem I want to solve is, and you would say as the problem, also the solution, and don't forget to mention that to do this, you will need a team, and specific what specialists do you need, like designers, marketers, developers. So the people who is online with us will be able to join and speak to you, and after that maybe become a teammate. So before we will start the pitching, here you have some frequently asked questions. So the first of all, can I pitch something I've already worked on? Unfortunately, no. If your startup is already working and you have some finance, but if you just made some research, you can participate and you can pitch your idea. Can I pitch 2 ideas? No, you should pick your favorite one, because you can participate just with 1 idea through the One Startup Weekend. What if my idea isn't selected? You can join another team, and remember, this weekend it's not about an idea, it's about to make ideas happen. But also you can still work on your idea even if it's not selected. One thing you need to do is just to find 2 more people who will join your team. And another question is, can I use any pitch props, slides, etc.? Props are okay, but slide no. So remember, you should keep it short. You have just 1 minute to pitch your idea. All the judging criteria will be on our Slack channel. So you will be able to see all the information here. That's why it's important you to join our Slack. So right now it's time for pitching.
And I will pause the recording for everyone so that you know it'll be a safe space. It won't be recorded for your pitching. Okay, I'm gonna hit pause now.
Per idea. So I would ask Cherry or maybe some of the girls to put the link in the chat. Yeah, and right now you can go and vote for 3 ideas that you like the most. Yes, and I think in the meantime, so right now, because we need some time to count the votes, I will ask Sherry to open up the breakout rooms for the networking. In the meantime, we validate all the votes and you will be able to talk to each other, to know each other a little bit better.
Perfect. All right, so I'm going to put everybody in a breakout room that will have about 4 to 5 people in each room. We'll give you 10 minutes to have a chit chat, know each other better, and then we'll bring you back while we're counting all the votes and hope to see you back in the next 10 minutes or so. All right, please bear with me as I'm pausing the recording.
Okay, just 1 minute. So again, here are the ideas that will go through the weekend. You can make a screenshot. Also, the list of the ideas will be in our Slack channel about that information.
Oh, can you go back?
Yeah, of course. Did everyone found their ideas? We have here all the people who pitched their ideas. Okay.
Wait. Okay. Thank you.
Great. So as I said, now you need to form the teams. And I also want to mention what Pete said today at the beginning of our event, that it's very important to form a team with people, with new people, people from with different experiences, and this will make your team unique and it will help you to develop your startup idea through the weekend. So make sure that you will be able to find all the people that you need. About information, you need to have at least 3 people in your team. So make sure you find at least 2 more people. And also make sure before the night end that you already have created a team and start working on Slack. Start to make to talk with your teammates. I will ask Cherry or maybe Marcella. Will we create for each team channel in Slack, or they can create? Go. So we will create the channel in Slack for each team.
Yes, but the teams also, you can create your own group on Slack. I think that give you ownership of your idea, and get your teammates on your channel, and then start communicate. Choose what channel of communication you prefer, either WhatsApp, or the Slack group, or Zoom, so you can work together, and use Miro. We have our global sponsor, Miro, so they give you free credit there. Use it. It's a great tool to use for teams. So use the tools that they're available for you guys to work together effectively. Thank you.
So yeah, as Leila said, you can create your own channel in Slack for your team and start to talk starting from tonight. Also, before we start with the team formation, I want you to tell a little bit more about what will happen tomorrow. So tomorrow we have the second day of the startup weekend, Women Dublin. So at the 9 a.m. it will be a kickoff of the day 2 on Slack. Also in the morning you will receive an email with all useful links for the day, and also all the information about our perks from the global partners as GoDaddy, Google for Startups, and also Miro. Also tomorrow at 10 a.m. we will have 2 workshops, and after that you will have a break, time for teamwork, and at 2 p.m. we will have another 2 workshops in Zoom. You also will have all these links in Slack and also on your email. At 3 p.m. will be the mentor session. So please be sure you are available, at least the team lead. And at 8 p.m. we will have a Saturday round off, and we will speak how was your day, maybe ask some question, and we'll talk about what we'll have on Sunday. About the mentoring session, as I said, we have great mentors. You can find more about each of them on our website. So please visit the website and get to know our mentors. And right now, I think we can start the team formation. So those who didn't join the Slack channel, please make sure that you use this link on the screen.
Doina, could I ask the question?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Since there are so many ideas, is it possible to invite people not only from the tech startup weekend to participate in the project, for example? Because I'm not sure that there will be enough people to join.
I think Leila can help me with an answer to this question. So it is possible for the participant to invite the people from outside to join their team.
If you can't find people to join your team, then please, you have to join other people's team and contribute. We can have people who are not registered to join the event, but if they're registered for it, yes, please let them be active and join your team. But yeah, please try to be active to get more, people in your team.
Yeah, the registration is already closed.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The deadline was this evening. So yeah, so just try to recruit. That's why you have to be active and networking on Slack and recruit people to join your team. But if nobody wants to join your team, then find another team, who are working in amazing idea and join them, because you still can learn a lot from other teams.
Okay.
Hi guys, can I ask another question?
Yeah, of course.
Just wondering if you can share the top 14 ideas on Slack so that I can still have a look and choose.
Yeah, of course. Right now you can see all the 14 teams in the chat here in Zoom.
And it's going to be on Slack as well.
Yeah, we'll post it on Slack also.
Okay, great, thanks.
And people who have the idea owner, be active now on Slack, recruit team members. So don't be scared to say hello to people you don't know and ask them if they would like to join your team.
Yeah, and for the recruiting people, we are using the Idea Market channel. I'm right?
Yes.
Leila? Yes. So you can go on the Idea Market channel and pitch on text your idea and recruit the members.
Just make sure that people are going straight to the.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So when's the deadline to create it, to have a team?
You have time till tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Till the morning kickoff from tomorrow.
9 a.m. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a team by then, by 3 people, then you don't have a team.
We can extend it by midday tomorrow to fill the team formation form, and we'll send that tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this evening, try to be very active and use tonight to recruit the team member. So tomorrow you just focus on working on your business, the lean model Canva and all the workshop, and take your pitch deck to the next level.
And please go to Slack and create your channels. You see, there is a lady there that already created. So if you are a part of, if your idea was select, create a channel, and as Leila just said, go after people now, and the best of luck.
And we'll be active on Slack also. So if you need any help, let us know. We can help you.
Yeah, we have here a question, please.
Okay. I was just asking, the team is it for you have to build a model, like a startup model, right?
What? Sorry, what was your question?
Yes, can you repeat, please?
Like the team you're making. The team you're making is to build up a startup model, right?
So the team is just to get people in your team and start working on the idea. So if your idea is very early, you may have to work from building your business lean model Canva to build your pitch deck, to build your pitching story. So your team will tend to refine your idea, how to communicate effectively your idea, and to do the quick little market research. But for MVP, you're not to have like a working prototype model. Even the what do we call it for the MVP? It's just those model, like the pictures on your slide. Yeah, that's fun. For your MVP, you don't need to have like a working app or website.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, do we have another question? If right now you don't have any question, you at any time can ask in the Slack channel. So please join. And like Maura said in the chat, if you have any question about the Lean Canvas, you can also reach to her to ask some questions. So if there are not other questions, I just want to say that for tonight, that's it in the Zoom. Right now, I invite you all to join the Slack and to start to form your teams. So maybe if girls have something about organizing stuff to tell the participant.
Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoy your kickoff session, and we look forward to see your idea grow. And on Sunday, I'm sure you know your growth will be in another level, and see the pitch deck that you made, and see how your story is more refined by Sunday evening, and here's the confidence in you when you pitch. So we look forward to that, and just stay focused this weekend, and don't get distracted, and just keep at it. And the hard work from Saturday and Sunday will pay off in the evening, on Sunday evening. So good luck, everyone. All your ideas were amazing, and yeah, we look forward to see you on Sunday. And I mean Sunday demo day, but tomorrow morning from 10 o'clock we have 2 amazing workshops, and also in the afternoon, I think from 2, we have another 2 amazing workshops before the mentoring session for 1 hour. So get ready for tomorrow. We'll send you a reminder message on Slack in the morning at 9, I think, to get ready for the workshop in the morning at 10 tomorrow. So, yep, be active now on Slack. Recruit your teammates.
Don't be shy.
Yeah. Don't be
and if you
shy.
have any doubts, we are here to help. Reach out.
And just put your idea in the idea channel and explain clearly who you need in your team, and reach out to people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We are looking forward to see you all on the Slack channel. Good luck to everyone, and see you on Slack channel, and see you on Zoom tomorrow.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye, guys.